Hi, welcome back to the C Morning Show. Well, let me ask you at home, you must have experienced some boredom and stress once in your life, right? So I'm curious, Carol, what do you do when you're stressed out?
When I'm bored, I like to travel, but when I'm stressed, I like to write. If you see my social media, I like to write or type a very lengthy caption because that's a way of my expression.
So that's when you're stressed out, like when I see like a very long caption on your...
Either I'm stressed or I'm very happy. Either it's at the end of the spectrum right there.
All right.
Now, of course, now we want to, right now, to introduce to you to what's called art therapy. Have you heard about it? This is something that is new for me. I don't know about Indra too. But this is one of several methods that you can do to elevate your stress. Now, in order to enhance our physical, mental, emotional health, we can engage in this form of expressive therapy. Now, let's find out what therapy is with art therapist Mutia Ribo. Hi, good morning.
Hi.
I need to say it in front of the camera. You look very beautiful, by the way. It's like fresh in my eyes.
Yes.
I know what I'm gonna draw. Flowers.
This is visual therapy, you know.
I know.
You know, the colors and all and everything makes you feel happy. And when you see it, it's like watching a painting, yeah? Looking at a painting, too.
Yes.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
I just came back from Singapore and I went to the Van Gogh immerse experience. It was very beautiful. Again, his story was very saddening, but again, only looking at his paintings, it makes you very content. So that's what, I love seeing paintings, but doesn't mean that I can paint. But again, now going back to you, Mutia, so can you explain to us what is actually art therapy?
Well, actually, art therapy is it's a combination of a very big and great fields. It's a combination of arts and psychology.
Okay.
Where the arts, we study about expressions and the skills of emotions too. And then in psychology, we study about the human mind and the behavior of humans too. So that's kind of like the combination of both.
Right.
Yeah.
So art therapy, not actually going to watch art or something like that, it's actually doing the art itself.
It's both actually. When we see arts in the museum, it's also therapeutic for us.
Yes.
Sometimes it kind of like we can feel the brushes, the strokes, and we can feel the colors also. Especially when you said about Van Gogh. Van Gogh really can move our hearts when we look at the strokes and the colors and also probably the meaning behind it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really, really moving.
It's like one of his best is and the most very well known is the Starry Night, right?
Yeah.
And when you see that, it looks so very beautiful, very content and peaceful. But when you really learn actually what was going through at that time, you can feel the darkness and whatnot. Like you can really appreciate every little lines that he did.
And then actually, the painting itself is very colorful.
Yeah.
But you can also feel the darkness and how like in the moment when he was painting it.
Yes.
Right? He was in depression, right?
Yes.
He was in a mental institution. So sometimes you say that art and color is universal. They have universal meaning. For example, for yellow, it means happiness or bright, but for Van Gogh, it's very different. Yeah. So everybody has this subjective side where sometimes shapes, symbols, and metaphor can be very subjective to us.
Right,
yeah.
right, to the painter itself. So how did you get into this art therapy? Is this your background, your education, or is this actually an art was a passion, you're actually in psychology and you put that all combined together?
Well, actually, my background is in design, product design.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, but I studied art therapy in LaSalle, Singapore of the Arts for 2 years for my master's degree. Well, it's just a long story, actually. I have a very, very intimate background why I love the arts. My dad, like, for example, most children will be read to sleep.
Okay.
Yes.
Right? Read to sleep, but my dad would draw for me. And then, yeah, he would express or create stories through his drawings. So from there, I began to love the arts, and I expressed it through my doodlings, through my diary. You know, when we were young, we have diaries.
Yes, we do.
But my diary is not written. it's drawn.
drawing.
Yeah, it's like a drawing journal.
Interesting.
And then, well, drawing has been part of my life. And then I'd had a very good experience in teaching arts for elementary kids too, for 6 years. From there, I saw like a lot of drawings, a lot of their drawings express how their life is, and also their feelings. So I got interested in that.
Yeah. Especially children, right? Because they can't verbally say how
No,
they
they,
feel
yeah. So after that, I decided to take art therapy, and there's this discipline that can give meaning to their drawings.
Right.
That's interesting that you mentioned what your dad did before you go to bed, because like one of the things that I find is very therapeutic is actually watching people like now on YouTube short or something like that, people just drawing like that. That just hypnotized me. Like I will enjoy like watching them, like how they create it. Like I'm not even try. I just keep
Just
watching.
watching them.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting, like what you're saying about being, you know, kids drawing to communicate and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yeah.
I see that on my daughter now. What role does the creative expressions have in playing in processing our emotion and reducing stress?
Well, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, we are blessed with many of emotions, not just happiness, but also sadness and anger is it's a blessing for us, because without sadness, we cannot feel empathy, or without anger, we cannot protect ourselves. But those emotions needs to be expressed, it needs to get out. If you like let it in, or you don't get it out, it will create a problem, right?
Right.
So sometimes, and those emotions cannot be expressed. So art therapy especially can help you express them out, express that emotions out, well, in a good way, because not through punching and not
There's
through
a positive way, right?
Yes, there's a positive way to express it, and through using art materials, because we have a variety of art materials, and we
Such
have
as here that we
yeah,
have.
we have. And then we have materials that you can punch, actually, like clay, and then woodworking. So when you woodwork, you punch the materials and stuff like that, so energy gets out.
Oh.
And then, but also you use creativity and you use imagination, so it becomes a positive activity for you.
And there's
Like,
the
well,
results.
Yeah, the results
Not
too.
only venting out, but there's a result at the end of the day.
But
No, it
sometimes
doesn't mean.
the results sometimes stress me out. It's not good. I'm not happy.
Well, the interesting part in art therapy is not about the result; it's about the process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the process itself can give us a tool to express those feelings, right? And sometimes, also in art therapy, there's kind of like a fluid material. Fluid materials such as painting, watercolor. It's kind of like water, right? So it's very relaxing and soothing. While controlled materials such as woodworking or pencils and markers creates detailed work.
Oh,
It could help you to express more detailed or express stories through it. So it's very different from fluid and this kind of.
And you know, also, Mbak Muti, I think me and also Indra here has been saying before we start the show or start the talk show, we're not good, at drawing. We're not, we're just so not good. And there are some people are not born with this kind of talent. So when you found, people such as us, but we want to, join art therapy, how can you demolish their insecurities? Even by touching a pen and a paper, they're like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Because I don't know if this is right or not.
Well, it's intimidating, yeah.
It is. It is.
It is intimidating, but
Honestly to say.
actually that intimidation comes from us from elementary school probably, because we are always graded. But in art therapy, it's back to the thing that it's not about the product, the final product. The final product, the beauty is kind of like a bonus. The activity itself, the process itself, that what energy it gives us, that's the thing, the main core of art therapy. So I always say that to my clients. And there's a saying like, if you can stand, you can walk, so then you can run, and then you can dance, right? And then if you can talk, you can sing. If you can write, you can
Draw.
draw, yeah. So it's just kind of like
Indra's like,
simple.
oh, okay. I can dance, I can talk. Wait about the drawing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But
No, you can move, right?
yeah,
you can
that's
move,
right,
you can dance.
That's right. That's right.
Now, since we already have this,
We have the tools.
Yeah,
Yes.
the tool. So we're gonna do an activity
Yes, please.
called the scribble chase drawing, but you have to be together, sit down.
we'll check.
Yeah.
Drawing.
Okay.
Scribble chase drawing. So
gonna change
actually,
her-
can I just show you?
Yes,
Yes,
sure.
Okay,
please.
so you're gonna take a light color color.
I
light
gotta
color.
pick a light color?
Marker, yeah.
Okay. I'll go with this one.
Okay,
All right.
okay,
Just
and then
one?
you two. No,
Okay.
so because it's gonna be a double or triple activity together.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So and then before we do this, we're gonna do home pimpa probably.
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so the winner will be chased around the paper. So I'm gonna be like the runner. Probably in the winner will be the runner, and then people will chase the runner around.
Okay.
Can you do that? Yeah, nanti
Yeah,
later,
okay.
yeah. Okay,
Right.
right.
1, 2. This is what we call home bimba, right?
Yeah, home pimpa.
So-
You are the winner.
Okay, so
Alright.
I chase.
Okay, I'm gonna choose. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna scribble anything, and you're gonna fill the paper with like lines,
Okay.
and then we're gonna chase you around.
All right.
Okay, it's gonna be a fun activity. Don't worry. Okay, we're not gonna
I'm
do any
intimidated already. I'm being chased.
No. Okay.
Alright. So I start first.
Yeah, you
Okay.
put your pen here.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Oh, the three of us.
Oh,
yes.
we have,
Okay.
Three of us,
we have
okay.
to sit together.
Oh,
All right.
this is
So
Okay.
interesting. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna chase her with her drawing.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Are you gonna like do it fast or like run faster? Okay.
So I can
I'm
scribble,
actually-
right?
Yeah. See? Wow. Oh. Okay. If it's enough, you say it.
Enough.
Oh,
Enough.
alright.
Okay. So
So I
we
stop.
have a lot of lines here, scribble.
Yes.
So what you do is like we take turns and then look at what we can see here and then make a drawing out of it. Make an image or symbol or any object from that.
Okay.
Can you do
start?
that? Okay, I can start.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
I'm gonna take a darker marker
Okay.
and then, oh, I see here is a lady. Probably.
Mamadi, can you, yes,
Yes.
scoot over just a little bit. There you go.
Oh,
I see a lady,
I don't see that lady. Now I see a lady.
right?
Ah, that's
okay,
very
your turn.
interesting. Okay. By the way, this is our scribble, just for you guys to see. There you go. Okay. What do I see? I see a face.
Yeah,
That's
I can
supposed
see
to be
that. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh,
Yes, I can see that.
interesting. Now it's my
Your
turn.
turn.
So,
This is
this is a
fun.
drawing, and then I'm supposed to find something. Let me find a bigger one. For some reason, I see a Lion King right here.
Oh, Lion
It's like this, the ear, and then like trying to have like the face right there.
Wow, so cute. Okay.
Little, well, I don't know if it's. I'm just gonna put the lion.
Yeah. You do that. Oh, okay. So we take turns, and then actually we look at the things that we draw, and actually what we draw is like
I'm
from
sorry.
from
Mine's
our.
like a mouse right now.
So what we draw here is like it's based on our subconscious. And sometimes children would put a lot of art that is really.
So,
I have a banana here.
so is this something that commonly you do with people to do art therapy?
Yeah, actually, this is like an icebreaker exercise that I do with my clients
Alright.
when they feel like they're like stressed out or they feel like intimidated with arts. I usually do this because it's very fun and then it's not judgmental, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and actually we could also do like a little assessment on how they are.
Oh,
Because
so from
sometimes,
this you can do a
sometimes when people are stressed or depressed, they would draw things that is depressing. So it's quite, no, it's not depressing.
What does my life say?
Lion means something, right? It's not, well, it's not
Powerful right there.
powerful. The king of the jungle.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I don't
Okay.
know who that is, but
This
okay.
is a banana, probably I'm hungry.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you probably like you have a
Yeah, I can.
man in your life.
Our 3, by the way.
Yeah.
So what would you, for someone, especially a clientele that came to the session with you, this would be your icebreaker. What would be the next step after that?
Well, it depends on what they need. I mean, before they come to art therapy, they would be kind of like interviewed. And especially for children, we will interview the parents first. And then from there, we could ask them to draw some things according to what they need. When they have like family problems, probably we would have an exercise about family. But in it's not an explicit way, an implicit way. Sometimes we ask them to draw their family as animals. Yeah, so based on their characters and then how they are in their family or their lives. For example, sometimes kids would draw lion because my father roars in the house. Or, oh no.
Somebody did complain last night. She was like, Daddy's angry. I'm not gonna come into the room. I feel like, I'm sorry, I was doing something, and then.
Probably that would be like the projection
So that was
of your subconscious there.
It's a subconscious,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Now I wanna cry.
Oh no, don't cry.
It's not the session yet. All right. Am I supposed to be seeing something else here? Okay, I see. I don't know. I see a lips right here. I don't know if that helps with anything.
So how many sessions do you usually do, especially for children, if this is a children or adult, for them to at least can, come out from their shell, and at least they can feel better?
Well, it depends on the children too. I mean, we as therapists are trained to gain their trust at first, right? And then sometimes when children are traumatized or they have a very difficult relationship with their parents, it would be very hard for us to approach them and to
break the wall.
To break the wall and to get them open up.
Yeah.
So actually, these exercises help to break those walls. And we have more a lot of exercises that they can do. And then sometimes if they would not talk to us or they just want to do activities, because in our sessions we have this bouquet of art materials, right? A buffet of art materials, so they can choose anything.
Right.
It makes them feel safer, or it makes the feeling of therapy fun.
Oh.
And
This is a fun exercise for me.
Is it?
I'm probably gonna do this with my daughter later on.
Yeah, because art therapy is for all ages. Art is for all ages, so you can not only do it with your children, you can do it with your parents. You could do it with your friends when you are in a cafe or hanging out, and then this could be a very, very good, activity that you could do.
And your partners, let's say they're spouses that can't really communicate maybe sometime in their life, this could be a way, right?
Yes, bonding. Bonding ritual with your, and then they cannot lie, right? This is from their subconscious.
So the end goal after all of this art therapy, Mamote, what is the end goal of this? The end game.
The end game. Okay, so every art therapy session, we want them to feel rejuvenated. We want them to feel relaxed. We want them to make this thing meaningful. I mean, in art therapy, we also wanted them to develop their mental well-being. Yeah, that's the end game. But yeah, that needs a really long process to achieve, especially when their life is hard, and then they have a lot of trauma. So it needs time. And sometimes it would take about a year or two to get the trauma resolved.
Because you were saying about the process.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
where
the
we
process.
have to go through the journey of the process itself.
Yeah. And then it depends on each individual's too. It cannot. Sometimes people will ask how many sessions would this be and stuff like that. Well, it depends on you.
Right.
It depends on the client and how they respond to it. Yes.
So I must say, this is not as scary as I thought to begin
No,
with.
it wasn't.
I was being pressured.
I know. I was getting
What would
ready
you think?
mentally.
What do you think?
I thought I have to draw something, and then you're gonna tell me what I'm thinking, and I have to start I have to come up all right, what am I gonna draw?
Oh my gosh! It's like a drawing class is an art
Yeah,
class,
something
right?
I was thinking about Van Gogh. I want to draw a starry night and tell a
Why not?
story.
The
Like,
sunflowers everywhere. But
Okay.
thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Even with this little scribble, I already made myself happy today.
yes.
Thank you.
Gonna hopefully propel our week. So if we want to contact you, is there any social media that we?
Yeah, actually we have a social media Instagram. It's called Therapy Jakarta.
Yes.
So we have a place in Bintaro Jaya too. It's kind of like a creative space for us.
Right.
So any clients could come over
There
there.
you go. So we already know the socials and the venue. Mbak Mutia is here.
Thank
you
you.
very much for sharing with us what is art therapy. Definitely something that we'd like to seek out more. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
your time.
thank you.
We're going to scribble a little bit more, guys, after this, but you're going to take a break and we'll have a recap of news from our previous segments. Stay tuned right here on the C Morning Show.